Everyone says you need motivation. They say you need to feel inspired, energized, ready. So you wait for the feeling. And sometimes it comes, usually late at night, after watching a video, or hearing a speech, or having a sudden burst of optimism about your future. You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. Then tomorrow comes, and somehow it feels exactly the same. The motivation is gone, the plan is still unclear, and you're back where you started. If motivation actually worked, you wouldn't need to keep looking for it. But most people do, over and over again. That's because motivation isn't a solution, it's a mood. And moods don't last. Motivation shows up when things feel exciting, when progress feels close, when the outcome feels guaranteed. But the moment things get boring or uncertain or slow, it disappears. Which is inconvenient because that's when most of the work actually happens. This is why people feel stuck. Not because they're lazy. Not because they lack discipline. Not because they don't want it badly enough. But because they're unclear. They don't know what actually matters. They don't know what to ignore. They don't know what comes next. So they hesitate, they think more, they plan more, they consume more advice, and somehow believe that the next idea, the next book, or the next video will finally give them the push they need. But it rarely does. Because the problem was never motivation, it was direction. Clarity works differently. Clarity doesn't hype you up, it doesn't make you feel powerful, it doesn't give you a rush. It does something quieter. It removes questions. When you're clear, you don't debate with yourself for hours. You don't wake up wondering, should I work today or not? You already know. There's no internal argument, no emotional negotiation, no need to feel ready. You just move. That's why deadlines work. Not because they motivate you, but because they clarify the situation. There's a consequence, a time limit, a clear outcome. No inspiration required. Think about the last time you acted immediately. Maybe you were late. Maybe something was at risk. Maybe there was no plan B. You didn't scroll for motivation. You didn't wait to feel confident. You acted because the situation was clear. Clarity creates urgency without stress. Motivation creates stress without direction. That's the difference. Most people think they're unmotivated. In reality, they're overwhelmed. Too many goals, too many options, too many things pretending to matter. So everything feels heavy. When everything is important, nothing is obvious. And when nothing is obvious, you freeze. So you wait for motivation to save you. But motivation can't decide for you. Clarity can. Clarity tells you, this matters, this doesn't, this can wait, this cannot. Once those decisions are made, action becomes simple. Not easy, but simple. You don't need to feel excited to brush your teeth. You don't need motivation to charge your phone. You do them because the purpose is clear. That's how progress actually works. Not through emotional spikes, but through obvious next steps. So if you feel stuck right now, or tired of starting and stopping, or frustrated that motivation never lasts, the answer probably isn't more effort. It's fewer questions. You don't need motivation. You need clarity. And once you have it, action stops being something you force, and starts being something that just happens. Yeah. So my friend, I hope this video gave you a rethink. The only thing I want as a form of donation to fund my next video is a subscribe from you.